Georgetown, there's a new dining and entertainment spot in town, Camp Briteside. Come and enjoy unbelievable food and drink menu in our rustic dining room or on the huge covered patio. Camp Briteside is not just great food and drink, but unmatched atmosphere that includes outdoor games, a wiffle ball field, and an outdoor stage. Camp Briteside is located at 8701 Rural Route 2338, also known as Williams Drive, near Ronald Reagan Boulevard. Camp Briteside is the site of the Eagle Nation Coaches Show every Wednesday at 6 p.m. For food, fun like none other in Georgetown, visit Camp Briteside and stay a while.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Camp Briteside. Tonight's Eagle Nation Coaches Show is underway live here at Camp Briteside. And first and foremost, thank you to Camp Briteside for hosting this each and every week. It's a year-long adventure as we go through football here in baseball, and just a great venue. We appreciate everything that they do for us here. And so a shout-out to Camp Briteside, their staff that take care of everybody. But Georgetown baseball, one win away from a district title. It's in the view, but a big win Tuesday night. Get a long long break there during the lightning and weather delay, and then come out in that fifth inning. One pitch from Hagen Tate in the top of the fifth to get out of the inning for Pflugerville, and then 8 runs piled up there in the bottom of the fifth to run rule it 10-0. How big is that to come out in a break like that? So many things can go wrong, but so many things can go right, as we saw on Tuesday night. How big is that for the confidence of this team to come out of a weather delay? You're sitting in the clubhouse waiting this out, and then to come out and play like that.
Yeah, we've been on the other side of that a couple times in the past, where you're rolling, and then there's an unfortunate break that kind of kills the momentum of what you're trying to do. Leading into that lightning strike this week, our offense wasn't really clicking. We had been able to score a couple runs, but we felt like we were underachieving. We get the lightning strike, have to go in, end up being able to sit for a couple hours. The guys did an incredible job of being able to refocus on what we were trying to do. I believe they went on a YouTube bender to find ways to how to hit. And so they had some quality conversations in there, went back to the drawing board, and then came back out. The guys were loose, they're free and easy, and we were able to score 8 runs in 10 batters. So, we were able to score very quickly to finish that game the way that we need to.
I talked to Hagen Tate after you and I visited there at the end of the ball game. I don't think it's ever happened. It may be something new. Hagen Tate pitched the first district game at home this year against Conley, a 5-inning win, a run rule game, and he threw a no-hitter in those 5 innings. Came back, pitched the last home game in district, and threw a 5-inning perfect game. Bookending the district at home with a no-hitter and a perfect game through those 5-inning run rules. How big is that to get that pitching confidence going, knowing you've got Hagen Tate going well, and then you've got the rest of that complement of arms ready to go as we roll through the end of district here this week?
Yeah, I mean, anytime that you have a staff of guys where you feel like you can pass the ball to anybody and to be able to get the job done, especially when you're able to get, 3, 4, 5 innings out of a guy, and then have to be able to save the bullpen pieces, to be able to plug those guys as they need, for them to be able to mix and match the way that they need to is always big. Then you're able to have a guy like Hagen that when he has his stuff, it is flat out electric, whether it's the fastball, the breaking ball, or the changeup, to be able to keep people honest. He does a great job of being able to do that. He attacks his zone really well. And then you got guys like David Flute that you can pass the ball to for Game 2. And, man, if Game 3 comes around, I know that we got a stable full of ponies that we can pass the ball off to and let them be able to get it done.
After a tough week against 6A competition, but some good games, some good things came out of that. How big is that to get a win like that on Tuesday night and get back into that winning way to roll towards the end of the regular season, which comes Friday and Saturday?
Yeah, I mean, we've talked about it at the beginning of the year of the 3 types of games you got to continue to learn how to win. You got to blow out a team that you're supposed to blow out. You got to have to come from behind at some point. You got to win a close one. We've been able to kind of check all those boxes throughout the course of district play, and being able to have the offense really come alive and figure out what it looks like to be able to hit the ball on a line instead of hitting lazy fly balls and being able to execute. That's going to be really good for us. And, the guys did a great job of carrying that into our inner squad yesterday, carrying it over into our offensive work again today. And so it's starting to continue to trend back in that right direction, and all signs are leading to the offense being back where it needs to go, getting hot heading into May.
Speaking of district, we know 3 teams that are guaranteed playoff spots: Georgetown, Eastview, and Hendrickson. With Hendrickson's or Eastview's win on Tuesday night, that matchup on Friday night will have some play into the district title and what that looks like. Conley can only play spoiler at this point with a win over Weiss to allow Elgin into the playoffs. But right now, as that all shakes out, it's easy to say we're into Division II in the playoffs. And what does that road look like, and what do we look forward to in the next few days on how that pans out? How does that affect Georgetown?
Yeah, so we're waiting to kind of see how the District 24 maps out with Bastrop and Lassa. At the moment, so we're kind of waiting to see how that shakes out, depending on a couple of different scenarios that are taking place over there tomorrow night. Could determine whether we end up with Lassa as our first-round opponent or Bastrop itself. So obviously no strangers to Bastrop. Been with those guys the past few years and understand what they're doing and how they go about doing it. And then Lassa is a part of that district that we've competed against the past couple of years in the first round. So I think regardless of who we end up getting, I think we had an opportunity to be able to get to work and have a quality first-round opponent.
What does that look like first round of the playoffs? Guaranteed we going to play a 3-game set?
Yes. So we're still in that trial phase with the UIL of all 5A and 6A playing a 3-game set unless the 2 coaches mutually agree to play 1 game. I will not be mutually agreeing to play on any 1 games, so they will every chance that we can we'll play in a 3-game set. Have no idea what the details look like as far as whether it'll be home and home, where it'll be on the road or neutral, or what all that'll look like. It's going to come down to what the negotiations look like with whoever we play. But that's just one of those things where you wait until you figure out who your opponent is, get them on the phone, and have a quality conversation to figure out.
Does that look like a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or?
It'll be a Friday, Saturday due to state testing on Thursday. The state of Texas and other infinite glory of understanding how things work and operate don't allow you to play the day of testing when it comes to playoffs, even though the testing would be done well before the game would begin. So it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But anyways, our legislators are far more intelligent than I am, so we'll just let them make the rules. So, yeah, no game on Thursday, so it'd be a Friday, Saturday series.
Friday game 1, Saturday game 2, and 3 if necessary in that sense is what we'd look at?
Correct.
Don't go into Sunday, I would assume.
No.
Okay. So Georgetown will be in Division II with either Conley or either Weiss or Elgin, depending on how that comes out. I think the expectation would be Weiss will finish off that 2-game series over Conley and move into the playoffs. And what a run they've gone on since a dicey start there in district play. But Eastview and Hendrickson will move into the Division I bracket of the playoffs. And so as you go and look online at UIL website or at Max Preps, that's where you'll find Georgetown to fall into is 5A Division II in that playoff bracket. So to be able to follow that. Of course, it'll be all over social media with the EFND Baseball web Twitter page. Coach Vierra will tweet it out. We'll retweet everything. But a good idea now to start the focus back towards that area. Georgetown, a big thing scenario here is win on Friday and you win a district crown. What is that? The play in there is Eastview has to win to have a split district title. If Hendrickson gets the win, we're the outright district champs several years in a row now running.
Yeah, so, ultimately we got to take care of what we need to take care of, and that's accomplishing the win on Friday. Going over there and taking care of what we need to take care of. That's first and foremost. The rest of that's totally out of our control. Obviously, it's our second goal, or it's technically our third goal of the season when you look at your season goals. The first goal is to win a district or a conference tournament, to win a district game, to qualify for the playoffs, which that was officially checked on Tuesday, and now the final goal of the regular season is to win a district title. So we're on track to be able to accomplish our couple of big goals early. And so it's always awesome whenever you have the opportunity to get to play and know that if you win, you're at least a share of a district title.
Georgetown will play on Friday. Right now, as everything looks, we'll be at Pflugerville at 7 o'clock on the final district game over at Pflugerville High School on Pecan. Come out and join us as the Eagles try to seal up a district title again here in 2025. And then Saturday, still on for the 1 o'clock tilt against Midway at home.
Yes, sir.
What do we look for out of a Midway team like this? One, it's our last time chance to prep for the playoff scenario and to get a good, talented team to come in and play on Saturday. What do we look for out of Midway?
Yeah, I mean, they're in the thick of it in their district as well right now. They're in a situation where they got to win to be able to win their district title. I believe talked to Coach Kornblum last night, and he said if they win, they're the district champions. If they lose, they're not. And whoever wins that game tomorrow is a winner-take-all for them. So they're in the thick of it. They're going to be super competitive with their game tomorrow night. And then Saturday, they're preaching a very similar message that you want to make a run, you got to win on Saturdays. And so Saturday looked to be a very competitive game. Look forward to being an opportunity for our guys to be able to scrap and get after it a little bit and to have a solid final game at home.
We haven't chatted about it, but to cover it for next week, our Eagle Nation Coaches Show, can we have it on Thursday night with the state testing, or do we need to have it on Wednesday night, but they need to study? What do we look like next week for Coaches Show?
It's a good question. Let me do some research on that.
We'll let you know. We'll bring it to you on social media. We'll bring it out. But we will have the Coaches Show continue from this point out. Starting next week, it will be a varsity only. The freshman and JV season, it comes to an end on Friday night. And so we will not have any more freshman or JV interviews for starting next week on the Coaches Show, but we will bring the Coaches Show each and every week that Georgetown continues to play baseball. And so we'll get that sent out as we look at it over the next few days. But we'll take a quick break, give Coach a chance to go eat some dinner, and we will bring up our freshman of the week. It's number 17. Evan Link will join us live next on the Eagle Nation Coaches Show live at Camp Briteside. Stay with us.
Georgetown, there's a new dining and entertainment spot in town, Camp Briteside. Come and enjoy unbelievable food and drink menu in our rustic dining room or on the huge covered patio. Camp Briteside is not just great food and drink, but unmatched atmosphere that includes outdoor games, a wiffle ball field, and an outdoor stage. Camp Briteside is located at 8701 Rural Route 2338, also known as Williams Drive, near Ronald Reagan Boulevard. Camp Briteside is the site of the Eagle Nation Coaches Show every Wednesday at 6 p.m. For food, fun like none other in Georgetown, visit Camp Briteside and stay a while.
Just a minute. Back live back here at Camp Briteside. Had to take the mute buttons off to get it going here. We're joined now by number 17 on the freshman player of the week. It is Evan Link joining us live here tonight. Evan, thanks for being here.
Yes, sir.
We enjoy bringing you guys up. How much fun are you having this season? It's almost over, your freshman year, but how much fun are you having?
Having lots of fun. We have a great group of guys here. Come out and compete every day and work hard.
At the high school level compared to anything you've played before, how big of a change was it, and how much has this freshman class grown through this season?
Grown a lot. I mean, everyone's been working hard in the weight room or on the field, in the cages every morning. We just love getting after it. It's great.
At the high school level, is it that big of a difference in all of the commitment with the practice time early, the weight room, and all that? And how much have you enjoyed that change and now looking towards the future at the next 3 years of high school?
Yeah, for sure. It's great. I love getting up in the morning, whether it's going to weights or hitting. It's been a lot of fun, and I think it'll help us going into the future.
Outside of baseball, do you play any other sports, or is it only baseball?
I play baseball outside of school, and then I played basketball this year.
Played basketball as well. So another two-sport athlete at Georgetown, which is highly encouraged. You see it across the board in many sports. In that, if you had to pick a sport, which is your favorite?
I like basketball besides baseball. It's probably my favorite sport to play besides.
Outside of school, you said you do play baseball. Who do you play with?
I play with THC.
THC, the
Yes,
hitting zone. Let's look here. I got to pull it up. I didn't have time to print out my stats today. I was busy at work. Sorry. I had a real job to do. The impressive thing to me is on the mound. He's pitched 10 innings, only 5 games appeared in, only 1 start. But in that relief work, he's only given up 5 hits, no runs, no earned runs. His ERA obviously is at 0, has struck out 15, only walked 1 in that relief work. And so it's how much fun do you enjoy when the call comes, here's the ball, go get on the mound and shut him down?
Yeah, I love that feeling, just getting to go in, Whether that's relieving a guy at a great start or, like, helping him out, just helping the team be in the best position possible to help get the win. It's a lot of fun.
Out of being on the mound, what other position do we find you in?
I play a little bit short, but I mainly play third.
The hot corner. Got a vacancy coming at the hot corner as Hayden Grooms will graduate this year. As you look forward, as you came into your freshman year and the tryouts and to get that call, hey, you're on the team, you get issued the uniform. Now as you look past that into that first season coming to an end, have you set any goals for yourself the next 3 years and what that looks like all through high school?
I just want to be a key player on varsity. Maybe next year try to just get stronger, put on some weight, and just get more athletic overall.
Outside of baseball and basketball, get school out of it, and you have a week to just relax and to recharge the batteries. What do we find you doing to recharge and re-energize?
I like playing video games. I like playing basketball. I just watch baseball, too. I like going to, like, watch the Express or the Rangers. Just enjoy that.
Some good answers right here. The Rangers, the Express, I love it. If you had a favorite position on the field, what is it?
It's definitely third.
Third base?
Yes, sir.
Pitching's just something you're going to do to help out?
I love pitching, too. It's great.
But you want to be at that hot corner? What made you decide that?
I love playing defense. Defense is a lot of fun. I love working hard, just trying to save runs.
So you said you play video games, Xbox, PlayStation?
PlayStation.
Yeah, I can go with that one. It's been a mixed review this year. What's your favorite game if you had to go to right now?
I like playing the show. I have a lot of fun playing with teammates.
Who do you play with? What team do you use?
I'll use like the Padres, but I'll normally use my custom team, just in Diamond Dynasty.
There you go. I got to be honest. Got to keep it up there. All right, now I got to go to it. 5 rapid-fire questions. 1 or 2 seconds to think about them, just to find out a little bit more that makes Evan Link tick. Mountains or the beach?
The beach.
Do you wear socks with sandals?
Yeah.
Man, it's
sure.
like a common thing anymore. I don't know what is up with this. Favorite home-cooked meal?
I like chicken Alfredo.
It's a good one. Mom's good?
Yeah.
Okay. She can be a part of the team dinner for all the parents and everyone else but the kids. Favorite number and why?
I like number 13 because it's the number I always wore in like Little League, and then my grandpa really likes it as well. It's his favorite number.
Lucky number 13. And what sound does a cow make?
Whoa.
That's finally we get someone that does it for me the right way. On top of the fact that he's got a 0 ERA, goes in and shuts everyone down, only giving up 5 hits in the 37 batter space, batting almost 300 on the season, 12 stolen bases. This team, it seems like you guys have grown immensely. How do you take that and build on this as a team? You have a good core group. Mm-hmm. Do you guys stay together outside of baseball? Do you guys spend time away from baseball, or is it strictly baseball and you guys developing this freshman class that will now move up?
I think we tried spending more time with each other outside school, just building that connection, trying to grow with each other outside. But I'd say mostly on the field. We love competing with each other. It's great.
Number 17, it's Evan Link, your freshman player of the week. Any shout-outs before I let you go?
Shout out Mom, shout out Dad, my grandparents, and my neighbors who also showed up. Thank you. Thanks, teammates and coaches.
Young men need to learn. That's a good man right here. Evan Link, your freshman player of the week. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll come back with an unknown JV player. You might have heard of him once or twice. His name is Ben Nichols. We'll be right back live here on the Eagle Nation Coaches Show. Stay with us. Knuckles. I said Nichols. I'm sorry.
Georgetown, there's a new dining and entertainment spot in town, Camp Briteside. Come and enjoy unbelievable food and drink menu in our rustic dining room or on the huge covered patio. Camp Briteside is not just great food and drink, but unmatched atmosphere that includes outdoor games, a wiffle ball field, and an outdoor stage. Camp Briteside is located at 8701 Rural Route 2338, also known as Williams Drive, near Ronald Reagan Boulevard. Camp Briteside is the site of the Eagle Nation Coaches Show every Wednesday at 6 p.m. For food, fun like none other in Georgetown, visit Camp Briteside and stay a while.
Back live here at Camp Briteside. The Eagle Nation Coaching Show continues on. Our JV Player of the Week, and I tell you what, I'm excited to find out tomorrow. He'll be on the mound. It's Ben Knuckles, our JV Player of the Week. I have to look at the stats. I can't remember his stats because we're at 45 strikeouts. So the watch is on. The goal was 50 strikeouts on the year. So we will update tomorrow during the game how the performance is going over at home tomorrow night. You guys will be at home while we're over at Pflugerville. And so Ben comes in. I tell you what, it's fun to watch. It's like this season you've gotten stronger and stronger coming in and on the mound and a force to be reckoned with. How much fun has this JV season been?
A lot. I don't know. We've been getting after it. A lot of wins. That's always fun. Winning's fun.
This team, from your freshman year to your JV year, which one's been the funnest, and which one has caused you to grow the most as a pitcher and as a player?
I'd probably say this year. I've learned a lot more about the game.
Sitting at 21-4 record. I mean, if anyone's keeping, it's a pretty good record there. But we'll go to the pitching. This is the one that's fun to look at. 26 1/3 innings pitched. He has started 7 games, appeared in 8, thrown against 120 batters faced, has only allowed 14 hits, 6 runs earned, has struck out 45, only walked 18, a 1.595 ERA, and his batting average against is a .146. So all numbers that are just fun to watch and to see. As you've gone through this season, at the beginning of the year to set yourself a goal of 50 strikeouts, what brings that on? Is that a challenge to keep yourself motivated and to keep working, or how does that work for you, and what keeps you motivated to go out and keep trying to dominate on the mound?
Honestly, I just try to win, try to get people out, keep the pitch count down. But, it ends up being a strikeout half the time. So
tomorrow, are you going to put pressure on yourself knowing you're going for that goal of the season with 50 strikeouts, 5 short, or is it going out and just going to have fun to try to get the win and lead this team to the 22nd win of the season?
Just have fun, get it done.
What's your challenge now? Through 2 years, you guys, this class has done great things on the baseball field. Another year of great numbers, sitting at 21-4. What's the goal for yourself now through junior and senior seasons as you look forward into the last 2 years of high school?
I mean, I definitely want to be a starter. I think for myself, honestly, just keep my ERA below 2 the whole rest of high school, I think.
Outside of pitching, where do we find you on the field?
First base on the occasion.
I did see one game. I think it was in right field.
Yeah, outfield too. Sometimes.
Ball was hit out there. I didn't realize it was in right field, and all of a sudden this missile gets thrown from the corner to second base. You guys have several players that can play at several different positions. What's the competition like in practice as you guys work to try to get yourself on the field and get that playing time?
No, it's good. We compete a lot every day, especially there's a group of us that really just keep in each other, try to keep competing with each other.
Through your second year, have you guys become better and better friends? Is it off-field as well as on-field for a lot of you guys, and how you guys continue to build as a class and as a group moving forward?
I would say we definitely build on-field, but I think we build more off-field. We hang out a lot. I feel like we hang out every day almost.
You wear number 1 on the field. Is that the favorite number or just the number you got stuck with?
It's just the number I chose. I chose it last year, and I was just stuck with it.
Any meaning behind it?
No.
It's just been. It's number 1. You know who it is. As you guys have gone through this season, as you've challenged yourself on the mound, as you look forward to that next year with the 2 setting goals for yourself, how does that help? Is that what you use to motivate yourself, and how do you do that to turn and motivate your teammates?
Yeah, that's what I use, I would say. I try to motivate my teammates, push my teammates, and my teammates try to push me to be better too. So,
how excited are you to go for the strikeouts tomorrow?
Pretty excited. I think I can get it done.
I think you can probably get it done the first 2 innings after that score the other night. 20-0 in 3 innings?
Yeah.
So you may not have a lot of innings to work, so you may have to get this done pretty quick. But it'll be fun to watch as you go for that 50 strikeouts on the season. As you in your junior season, do you feel like you pushed yourself more than you did your freshman year and have learned more, or you feel like it's just continued progress with this staff and the direction you're going?
I feel like it's continued progress. Over the summer, I feel like I built up. But this year, I feel like I've really started to hit my stride.
Where do you play out of school?
GPS.
GPS. What team are you on this year? Have you already settled teams for the travel season? I figured it's coming up. So, which team are you on this year?
Harris.
Travel a lot, I assume?
Yeah.
All over. Dad shakes the head. Yes, we're traveling. Outside of baseball, we don't see you in the weight room. We don't see you on the field. Where do you go to recharge? What do you do?
I'd probably go hunting.
What's your favorite hunting season of the year?
Fall.
Fall time. Do you like deer or turkey?
Deer.
Did you get any this year?
I didn't get any deer this year, but I shot a lot of hogs.
There we go. That's more important. You got to eradicate the varmints. Favorite class in school that you're taking this year?
Probably chemistry.
Golly, smart and talented. That's amazing. You take that from your mom, I assume.
Yeah.
As you look forward to the future, is it to play baseball after school? What are the goals for Ben?
That's definitely, I want to play baseball after high school and continue playing.
In the off season, outside of travel ball, do you just pitch? Do you play multiple positions? What does that look like? What is
No, this year I've just started pitching.
locking down on the mound?
Yep.
Do you enjoy that?
I do.
Allows you time to focus
Yeah.
more on the. How many pitches do you throw?
3, 4 sometimes.
Depends on if you can get a catcher back there to call them for you.
Yeah, it just depends on if I'm feeling it that day.
What are the go-tos?
Really fastball and the curveball.
And what are you working on outside of that?
More like a hard changeup, like just try to get something hard and down.
Very cool. Very cool. It's been Knuckles. We got 5. Got to go to my rapid fire questions. I got to change yours because it's baseball. We know it. Dogs or cats?
Dogs, for sure.
Good answer. Oh, because y'all have that. Y'all have that puppy, that boxer. She's amazing. Favorite junk food?
Probably some candy, some gummy bears.
Ooh, good answer. Nickname given by parents or friends?
Benny, that's what my mom's always called me.
Benny? Benny Boo. If the toilet paper roll is almost empty, do you change it or do you leave it for somebody else?
I leave it.
That's a good answer. Do you wear socks with sandals?
Sometimes. Not really.
I
don't really wear sandals that much.
That's good. That's a good answer. I like that one. Before I let you go, any shout-outs?
Shout out to my family, coaches, and my teammates, and Brian Green.
And just so you know, it has not been Nichols. It has been Knuckles. Number 1, your JV Player of the Week. Thanks for joining us tonight. We'll take a quick time out. We come back. We go to one of our varsity players. You're first. You're the sophomore. It's Cooper Thomas joining us next live here on the Eagle Nation Coaches Show. Stay with us.
Yeah. I'm the big homie. For those of y'all that don't know me, one and only, name another rapper this Cody. Can't show me these down bad rap phonies. Take a pic to Ricky Bobby shaking Bake Brody. Pin rolling, never sleep, I just keep going. Hit my peak now, I just started like my name Tommy. Had a vision, this was destined for my life story. Bible by my side, I keep it like a gun on me.
Back here live, Camp Briteside. Got to make sure we go back to the camera screen. We're joined now by number 24. He's Cooper Thomas on your varsity baseball team. Thank you, Braden. I appreciate it. Braden and Braden. And Mr. Kiki over there. I appreciate it. Coop, Tuesday night was fun, man. You did something that is rarely done. An inside-the-park grand slam. Not an inside-the-park home run. An inside-the-park grand slam that doubles the score up to 8-0. What's going through your mind as you step in and see the vast grassy area in right center field when you came up to bat?
I didn't even see it. I kind of just hit it there.
We were talking about before the weather delay, the center fielder was over to the right side of second base. Then he switched back to the left. They close off the line and give you this big field. As soon as you hit it, we know it's down. Didn't seem like your teammate knew it was down. What happened there at first base? You had to check up there.
Well, he said he knew it was down, but we had like the all tag, one tag or whatever, and then like everyone tags just to be safe.
How much fun was that chasing down Luke Holly?
It was very fun.
We enjoyed it up in the stands talking about it about 5 feet off the tail of Luke. Did you ever thought at any point you were stopping?
No.
Did you look at Coach Payne as you circled around?
I saw him giving me, like, letting me know to go, but I knew I was going to score.
In situations like that, how much fun are you having in it? Are you enjoying the moment, or do you have to let it get through and then go back and enjoy it?
No, I was having fun in the moment.
The
Yeah.
smiles on you and Luke's face as y'all
Yeah.
came around third base towards home plate was fun to watch. In this first year of varsity as a sophomore, how much you enjoying it, but how much you growing? The challenge of being a sophomore and one of the starters that's out there in all these games and playing in almost every single game this season. How much have you grown and how much have you challenged yourself in a sophomore season?
It's very fun, and it's definitely a good challenge for me, but I feel like I've taken the challenge in very well, and it's been fun.
You can be moved all around. We've seen you in center field. We've seen you in left field. We've seen you on the mound. What's your favorite? Where do you like to lock it down?
Center.
The speed seems to come very smooth for you. Do you enjoy that aspect of center and the challenge of covering the gaps and closing things down, or what about center do you enjoy the most?
It's just like one of the captains of the field, and it's fun to control the outfield, and it's fun.
Do you feel the challenge as a sophomore to step up in that role and in that captain of the outfield and be in charge of that and have the trust of your left fielder and right fielder?
Yeah, I love it. It's great.
Different setups. The in-depth answers are helping me. I know he's watching these. I'm not even looking at these guys over here. The trust that you guys have, the different outfields that have been set out there. You and Tate seem to be anchors out there pretty much all year. Luke in and out of second base and center field. How much trust and confidence do you guys all have in each other as you go out there and play each game?
We have complete trust over all of us, and
The bad influence is on the left side over here, if you can't tell.
we trust each other no matter what the play is.
Getting the call to varsity in your sophomore season, how exciting was that, and how big of a challenge now do you challenge yourself to improve through the next couple of years?
It was very exciting, and yeah.
Smooth. Out of baseball, you ran some track this year. How much fun is that? Kind of the first track meet, was it on a kind of a whim? You hadn't been practicing with it, then go out and do well. How much fun is that, and how much you enjoy competing on the track?
It was cool playing two sports on varsity, and it was very fun being able to pass the baton to Jet Walker.
In that group, when you guys all ran you had Xavier Warren, yourself, Jet Walker, and all that speed on the track. How much fun is it to be a part of that and watch what you guys did to other teams out there dominating?
It was cool to come and join the 4x1 team with those big football, like they're known for football, and it was cool to come and compete with them.
What's the goal for yourself as you guys now in your first run at varsity and going into the playoffs? How does this team lock in, ready to go? You guys went through that battle week with 6A schools, come back and win a big one on Tuesday night. How ready is this team, and how much are you guys prepping each other to get ready to make a run in the playoffs?
We're very ready, just taking each inning and each at-bat step by step, and I'd say we're really ready.
Outside of school ball, who do you play travel ball with?
GPS.
A GPS. Which team are you on this year?
The top team, Masanda.
Lots of travel. Right, Mom?
Yes.
No, lots of travel. And that starts soon as school's over, soon as baseball's over?
I think so.
He's like,
Yeah,
Mom will
yes,
tell me
sir.
when I need to be and where I need to be. Outside of baseball, outside of track, outside of school, where do we find you recharging? What do you like to do?
Sleeping or hanging out with my friends.
Who's your go-to hangout friend?
Braden or BK.
The two Bradens? Is that, yeah. Why does that not surprise me? That's a great crew right there. I tell you what, it's the three of a kind right there. What's the goal? What's the future look like? Have you set goals for yourself through your junior, senior year and past high school? What do you want to do? What do you want to chase?
I would like to play college baseball somewhere and just continue to be a big aspect of this team and just play well.
PlayStation, Xbox, do you play games at all?
I have an Xbox, but I don't really play
That's what I'm
much
talking.
video games.
Do you hunt? Fish? No, just hang out with the boys? Stay out of trouble. That's all we can say. That's all we can say. All right. Got to bring up your rapid fires. Favorite cereal?
Fruit Loops.
It's all a good one. Favorite movie?
Mr. Deeds.
Mountains or the beach?
Beach.
Favorite musician or music genre?
Like George Strait, and then some Bruno Mars.
Wow. Favorite holiday?
Christmas.
Has any player said this year anything but Christmas? I don't think so. All right, we won't do it. Favorite class you're taking right now in school?
Culinary.
Isn't that what you said, Mr. Rogers? That's what I thought. Yeah, so any shout-outs before I let you get out of here?
My mom and my dad and coaches and all my boys.
It's number 24, the sophomore on your varsity team, Cooper Thomas. And we'll take a quick timeout when we come back. It's number 17. Justin Soto joins us next live here on the Eagle Nation Coaches Show. Stay with us. Live here at Camp Briteside. It's number 17. One of your seniors on the varsity, Justin Soto, joins us now. I need my, thank you, the applause section over here. Thank you. Appreciate it. Mr. Soto.
Yep.
This year, we can find you in different positions. Man, we got the courtesy running.
Yeah.
See you flying around the bases, different times in outfield when things are moving around and different players in different positions. How much fun are you having in your senior year?
Oh, yeah, it's been pretty fun, I'd say. I've been able to just be able to fill in where coach needs me when there's different situations going on. And sometimes it's just as simple as, I just need to run around and just make sure to get the score to get the team on the board. Or it'll be if I have to go to right field, it's just having fun anywhere where they place me.
How fast is this senior year gone for you?
Oh, it's flown by. Like, I remember in February, we would just be in tournaments, and then out of nowhere it's like, all right, we're straight into district, and now it's like, whoa, now we're at the end, and we're getting ready for playoffs and stuff.
As you've gone through high school at Georgetown, as you've gone through your 4 years, how much fun have you enjoyed your time at Georgetown? How much time have you enjoyed? How much have you enjoyed your time in the baseball program?
Oh, plenty of fun, plenty of memories with my friends from freshman year, us transitioning to JV year, and then being able to hang out with the big boys in varsity last year. So now we're kind of in that role with the younger guys and be able to just make memories with them. It's been fun, yeah.
How much has it meant to wear the G logo and represent the school on a team and a program that is known throughout the state and known for the rich history and the opportunity to be able to wear it?
Oh, it's really like honorable. Like I remember being little and looking up to guys wearing the G, and it feels like a big accomplishment when it's my turn to be able to fit into that role. And yeah, it feels like a big accomplishment that I've been able to make for myself.
Getting ready to graduate here at the end of May. What's the future?
My future is going to Texas Tech, actually.
That's right.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember. There's several said Tarleton the other night, and then my wife was. This is the one that my wife was talking about. She's a big Tech fan from Amarillo. What made you choose Tech, and what's that look like for you?
For me, it was first of all, it was looking to the career path I had. First, it was engineering, and I've gone around to different places, and they've said that Texas Tech is a place where we get a lot of graduates from. And so that was one of my main ideas. I was thinking to that. And then it also had my idea was also having my sister, as she is there for med school too. Okay. And so it was just like, yeah, I'm pretty familiar to the place, so I feel like I'd be able to fit in pretty well there.
So a little comfort at home and a bit of a breakaway from mom and dad.
Yeah.
So that trip out to Lubbock and Texas Tech. What part of engineering are you planning on studying?
I'm planning on studying electrical engineering.
Electrical engineering. Actually, it's funny. My wife enjoying the fact when she heard you being announced that you were going to Tech. Her sister-in-law actually graduated from Texas Tech Med School, is now a doctor in North Carolina. And so we've been around the tech world for a lot of years in our family. It's so different, though. Lubbock.
Yeah.
In your visits out there, what drew you to Lubbock? Is it focus on the education or that whole draw with family there, with the experience of Texas Tech and the lure of a good engineering program?
For me, it's just I really liked, like, first of all, the campus is huge. So, like, you're going to be meeting a whole ton of people, like, every day. Like, 1 week you could be in, like, one group of people. And you could honestly, from what I've heard from other people, like, you might not see them again for a while, and you'll meet other people. It's just that big community that you're able to engage with.
It is crazy how big of a school that is, and how big that school plays a part in the economics of Lubbock, and how big it is fun to be up there.
Mm-hmm.
As you look back on your time at Georgetown, what's the biggest memory you're going to take with you?
Probably just hanging out with these guys and be able to make memories with them and have it nourish from me being a freshman to them carrying on over different years and just seeing it grow to, like, just having my own guys with me. And yeah,
it's been fun to watch, and as you go through it, it's amazing how fast each year now goes. And now to be at your graduation time coming up here next month. In your senior year, what's been the best class to take, or what classes? How big is your load right now in the class?
It hasn't really been much, like, for me, it's like I've been able to focus on classes when I was little, or I should say a freshman, and let me be able to take easier classes as a senior now. So it's not really much. It's just having to remember to, like, just stay on top of it. It's just really been the only challenging part.
What's your favorite class you're taking right now in your last semester?
Probably I want to say aquatics, because it's just I show up and I do, like, one thing and boom, you're done. It's like, and the teacher's really chill. He's also a Texas Tech guy, and yeah, it just come in, come out.
I just love it. I tell you what, I've enjoyed the chat. It's funny to see some of this as you look to engineering and that the challenge that will be in college, but then an aquatics class in your senior year, and to enjoy that, but yet in the different classes that you guys take to prepare yourself. Outside of baseball and outside of school, what do you do to recharge and refresh?
Mostly just hanging out with the guys, like being able to be with one another, like outside of like a competitive stance, to be able to sit back and just chill. Also just hanging out with my family, being able to be close to them too. And yeah, just be able to have fun in different ways like that.
No video games?
Oh no, I got video games.
Which one? What's your favorite game?
I'm a big PlayStation guy.
I like that answer. What's your go-to game right now?
Ooh, my go-to game right now, probably still baseball related. I've been playing the MLB The Show with just some of the other baseball guys, and so yeah, we're just able to have fun, and like we already have that background knowledge, so we're able to like almost be as competitive in there.
What's your team you play with?
For me, it's the Red Sox. Yeah.
It's a good choice. Do they have Bregman on that now? Is it
already it's already added and everything.
That's a good choice. That's a good choice. Now we go down our rapid fires. We got to go with them. Texting or talking? Or neither?
Talking. That's talking.
Yeah, that's good. Favorite cereal?
For me, Cheerios is always like a classic, I guess. I go with that.
Favorite season of the year? Winter, spring, summer, fall?
I'd go winter. I like the snow.
You're going to get plenty of that in Lubbock. Enjoy it while you're up there. Dogs or cats?
I'm more of a dog person.
Nickname your parents or family have given you and you go by?
Oh, boy. Well, when I was little, before I got into the gym, my dad used to call me Bones. Just as an inside joke, I'd say, yeah.
Bones Soto. That may have to come out on Friday or Saturday. It's number 17 on your varsity. It's Justin Soto. Any shout-outs for let you out here?
No, just shout out my friends and family.
It's Justin Soto. We'll take a quick break. We come back. We'll wrap it up with Coach Jordon Vierra live here on the Eagle Nation Coaches Show. Stay with us.
Georgetown, there's a new dining and entertainment spot in town, Camp Briteside. Come and enjoy unbelievable food and drink menu in our rustic dining room or on the huge covered patio. Camp Briteside is not just great food and drink, but unmatched atmosphere that includes outdoor games, a wiffle ball field, and an outdoor stage. Camp Briteside is located at 8701 Rural Route 2338, also known as Williams Drive, near Ronald Reagan Boulevard. Camp Briteside is the site of the Eagle Nation Coaches Show every Wednesday at 6 p.m. For food, fun like none other in Georgetown, visit Camp Briteside and stay a while.
Back here live, Camp Briteside. Thank you to Camp Briteside and their staff for all they do and sponsoring and bringing us the Eagle Nation Coaches Show. The meal was good. It looked good tonight.
Chicken did not suck.
It was barbecue chicken tonight. I tell you what, they just they take care of these players, and it's awesome to be a part and to be blessed by people like this ownership group that welcome in the community and are so involved with these student athletes in Georgetown ISD. And so a special shout-out to Camp Briteside, to the staff, as they take care of us each and every week. And so, but Georgetown baseball back on the winning ways. A good win on Tuesday night. And so as we look to tomorrow, what's the thought process for this team? It like you said, going into it, the offense was not just clicking early in the ball game. They come out in the fifth inning, everything clicked. You pulled a string on a pinch hitter, a double down the line. You put someone in, and things just happen. And how do you keep that momentum, and how do you keep this group focused and now on that track to make this run?
I think it's a recognition of the adjustments that we made offensively. Of one thing that we've been really trying to figure out is what is our offensive identity? Are we a group of guys that are just going to sit back and bang, and we're just going to run double after double after double, and we're going to play for the massive inning? Or are we going to be able to manufacture hit line drives and be able to get on? And I think that we've proven that we can do a little bit of both. But the weird thing is we hit doubles when we're trying to hit line drives. And I think that when we try and hit doubles, we end up lifting and popping a bunch of stuff up. And when we're greedy, that's typically what happens with our offense. And so the adjustment that our guys made heading into the back half of that game, or the last inning of that game, was one that everything kind of clicked. It made a lot of sense. So the goal, the hope is that we continue to carry over that offensive mindset of, hey, we're going to hit the ball low and hard, and when we accidentally miss one, it runs into the gap, and when we accidentally miss one, it runs over the wall, and that's when good offense happens. But just sticking with the things that make us successful and playing to our strengths is ultimately what we got to continue to keep doing.
Talking about all facets of the offense. The other night, even laying down a bunt with 2 strikes with Tate Ritchie in the placement of that bunt. The fact of a third baseman could be playing on the grass and Luke will lay down a bunt on the third base line, but then you put in a pinch hitter and he goes straight down the right field line for a double. Your leadoff man goes to left field and burns the left fielder for a leadoff double. It seems like there's nothing that this team won't do, and it allows you a lot of opportunities to open up and take advantage of opportunities. How big is that to see those kind of things all click within that one same inning as the adjustment came out of that weather delay?
Yeah, I think it's huge. When you get different guys that possess different tools and they're strategically placed in the correct places, I think it opens up the offensive game to be able to exploit all of those different things, to be able to bunt when you need to bunt, to be able to steal, to be able to hit and run, to play for the big hit when you need to play for the big hit, and that makes your offense multifaceted, where you can strike in multiple different ways when necessary, and so it forces the defense to play pretty actionary instead of being able to play offensive. And when you got guys that possess multiple tools, right? You got a guy like Luke Hawley who can run the ball and he can bunt and he can run. You got a guy like Connor Young who can run the ball the other way and be able to hit for a little bit of pop every once in a while, but he can also bunt and he can create offense that way. You got different guys that have different tool sets and can be able to do those things, and it forces the defense to try and pick a poison and try and figure out, hey, are we going to play for the speed aspect, or are we going to play for the bop? And so whenever you're able to make defensive players be split-minded, it plays to our effect offensively.
We look at tomorrow night, a chance to sew up another district title at Pflugerville at 7 p.m. Come out and join at Pflugerville High School as your Eagles will go for a 9-3 record in district and another district title to hang on the wall as they get ready and face off in the playoffs next week. And so an opportunity to come out and support them one more time, and then Saturday we'll turn around back at home at Eagle Field at 1 p.m. Any games other than the 1 p.m. game on Saturday?
Not that I'm aware of. We have a challenger game at 9 a.m.
Okay.
So we do have that. And then I also have 2 other things I'd like to talk about, if you don't mind.
Absolutely.
Number one, we had the Texas High School Coach Association Academic All-District or All-State teams come out this week. For those that aren't aware of that, that's for seniors. It compiles of their academic transcripts from freshman through senior year. In order to be able to be considered, you have to have a 92 average or better throughout your 4 year at the high school. It also takes into account class rank, SAT scores, and a couple of other things. So we were fortunate to have 6 of our 12 seniors be able to make that list. Wow. Of being able to be a part of that. We had Jake Bachman, Weston Lane, David Flewitt, Hayden Grooms, Colton Crutchfield, and there's a sixth on that list. Jaden Howell. Yes. Sorry. I knew there's a sixth. I was like, what is it? I know that there's a sixth one.
Thank you, Jeff Howell.
And Jaden Howell. So we had 6 guys that have really bought into the idea of that your academics are incredibly important. And so to be able to have half of our senior class to be able to be on that list is a huge accomplishment to what they've done in the classroom. So it's a really big deal for them. So wanted to be able to help shine a light on those guys of what they've done academically. The other thing is I apologize for the delay of getting up here for a second. Get to be a dad every once in a while. So I was getting to be able to do that for a second. But with that, I want to be able to say thank you to my wife, Macy, who does everything for the 6 months that the season's going on. You. And she holds the house down for 6 months while this thing's going sideways and all over the place. And she's a single mom for the 6 months. And so it's pretty cool for what she does and how she goes about doing it and allowing me to be able to be around the 60 guys that are in our program and be able to serve in those ways. So, babe, I love you. Thank you for what you do. You're the true rock of what this thing is. So, wanted to make sure that I was able to draw attention to those 2 things real quick.
Absolutely. And congratulations to the 6 seniors. That is amazing to have 6 of your 12 seniors be recognized all-state academically. That speaks volumes. And it is so funny to walk into the coach's office or over at one of the practices on Monday, one over on Tuesday morning, and Coach Payne's over at the field while the kids are warming up and JV and freshmen and going through tutorial slips and grade checks and everything. And it's like the importance. You see that importance from the outside looking in of what the education part is to this academic side show and the importance that's focused on it at Georgetown, and especially in the baseball program. And it's so fun to watch, but so awesome that those kids get honored in that. And 6 of the 12, that speaks volume to a program and what you coaches set ahead of them as they challenge themselves for 4 full years through their studies. And so Georgetown tomorrow night, 7 o'clock, will be at Pflugerville. Come join us to take on the Panthers in a run at another district title for your Georgetown Eagle baseball team. And then Saturday, 1 p.m., come out to the Challenger games. That's one of the best times of the year is to come out and watch the players interact and work with these special needs kids through the game of baseball on a beautiful Saturday morning. So come join us there. And then Eagle baseball at 1 o'clock against the Midway Panthers? Lions.
Yes.
Panthers on Saturday in the
Pick
final.
Pick a cat, any cat.
Yeah, exactly. Pick in the final regular season game of the year before the playoffs start next week. And so come join us tomorrow night in a big game against Pflugerville on Friday night at Pflugerville High School there just a few miles down the road. If you can't join us, 6:45, we'll have the call live on the SHN Sports Network. We'll bring you all the action live of Georgetown Eagle baseball. Thank you to Evan Link, to Ben Knuckles. I almost did it again.
Figure it out.
Something about it. I looked straight at his dad earlier and said Nichols. Ben Knuckles, to Justin Soto, to Cooper Thomas for joining us tonight. Coach V, thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Wally.
And we will see you tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Watch the social media. Everything should be a good go. We should be fine and through the weather. But if there are any updates or changes, Coach V will put that out. The Booster Club will put it out on Twitter. We'll try to retweet that out for any changes that may occur to that schedule tomorrow. But as we look at it, 7 o'clock, Pflugerville High School for Georgetown Eagle baseball. Thanks for joining us tonight. Thank you to Camp Briteside for hosting us each and every week. We'll see you tomorrow night live from Pflugerville High School. Remember, it doesn't cost you a dime to be kind. Your wife told you that. Make sure you remember it.
Just wear it.
Have a good night, everybody.
Georgetown, there's a new dining and entertainment spot in town, Camp Briteside. Come and enjoy unbelievable food and drink menu in our rustic dining room or on the huge covered patio. Camp Brightside is not just great food and drink, but unmatched atmosphere that includes outdoor games, a wiffle ball field, and an outdoor stage. Camp Brightside is located at 8701 Rural Route 2338, also known as Williams Drive, near Ronald Reagan Boulevard. Camp Brightside is the site of the Eagle Nation Coaches Show every Wednesday at 6 p.m. For food, fun like none other in Georgetown, visit Camp Brightside in